Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys some tips to optimize your performance and improve your mental in League before you even queue the game up. I'm a former Grandmaster's top 500 Overwatch player that came to League in the past couple of years, and these are some tips that helped me climb and prevent burnout in both games. The first thing you need to do before you queue up is figure out whether you're playing to improve or playing to climb. This is the most important tip in the video, and that's why I put it first on the list, because knowing what your goal is before the game even gets to champ select will greatly help improve your mental and focus once you're in the game. The two goals that I'm going to be talking about today are going to be playing to improve or playing to climb. If you're playing to improve, you might think about how you're going to limit test this game, or to what degree you will test the limits. You might pick a champion to improve your skills at said champion rather than counterpick to improve your chances of winning. If you're playing to climb, you can get yourself ready and focus to do anything you can to optimize your chances of winning. Think about what runes are best for your matchup, think about what you need to do to win your matchup, whether you're going to prioritize laning or roading, things like that. And you could do all of this before you queue up if you're thinking about this beforehand. Once you figure out your goal for the game, the second thing you should do is figure out what steps you need to take to achieve your goal of climbing or improving. If you're playing to improve, I encourage you to analyze your games. In-game, you should take a quick moment, less than 5 seconds, to reflect on each death. Why did you die? Or was it a worth trade? If you're playing to improve and frequently experience toxicity in your games, I highly recommend using the mute all function or the deafen function. You won't need the pings if you're playing to improve, and it might even help you improve your awareness if you don't rely on pings to avoid ganks and roams. And then after the game, you should look to analyze it in a more detailed way. If you're playing to climb, your number one goal should be to keep your mental in check. Try not to focus on the mistakes your teammates make with a negative attitude. It will only ruin your focus and decline your performance. Instead, if you notice your teammates making mistakes, think about ways you can adapt your playstyle to either capitalize on their mistakes or help prevent their mistakes from turning the game into a loss. Do whatever you need to do to optimize your performance. I recommend keeping pings on for this goal unless your teammates are using pings poorly, but I highly recommend muting your teammates' chat if that affects your performance. Whether you're playing to improve or playing to climb, this last tip applies to you. The last tip is to figure out how you're going to respond to losses, especially the hard losses, the ones where you fight as hard as you possibly can, but still end up losing. This is vital because literally everyone loses. Think about pro players playing a best of 5, best of 7, or even a best of 9 series. How many times do you see reverse sweeps where one pro team goes 0-2 and then they end up going 3-2 at the end of the match? It's happened numerous times in pro play, in any game. You can look at literally any game, and it's because pro players know, the best pro players know how to respond to losses. And this is even more impressive for them because a lot of the time they're playing for a bunch of money. This can seem like a difficult task, so I'm going to start with the basics. Look at the game you lost, and look at what you think you did well and what you did poorly. Try to focus on yourself for this, but don't be too harsh on yourself either. Look at the gold graph and see where the game started to go south, and then move on. Don't dwell on the losses as much. You need to figure out how you're going to respond to your losses before you queue up. Another tip you can consider for bouncing back from losses is to take a quick break. If a loss or even a win took a lot of energy out of you, go take a walk, or even just leave the room and have a snack, or get a drink of water. Or if you've played enough games, you can even just decide to be done for the day. If you're playing to improve, I highly recommend taking long breaks after difficult games, whether they are a win or a loss. Some of my best climbs to top 500 in Overwatch were when I was playing one game a day. This allows you to put your all into that one game and give you the best chances of winning possible. I hope you enjoyed these 3 tips of things to do before queuing up in League of Legends. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.